we're continuing unit conversion, just doing some more example problems. Sally wants a cylindrical hot tub with a radius of 4 feet and a height of 54 inches. The volume of the hot tub, and she wants the volume of the hot tub in feet. Technically, this should say cubed, because volume would be cubed. The formula that we need for volume of a cylinder is pi r squared h, like it says here. And we know it's a cylindrical, meaning it's a cylinder, looks like a can. It says the radius here is 4 feet, and the height is 54 inches. And we want everything in feet. So with the 4 feet, done. Don't need to do anything with that. But we do have to change the 54 inches. So 54 inches, put it over 1. We're going to change inches into feet. We know that 1 foot is equal to 12 inches, right? Think of a ruler. A foot has 12 inches in it. And we know that these two things are exactly equal. So if I put 1 foot over 12 inches, these are the same thing, so this is equal to 1. Or if I put 12 inches over 1 foot, they're the same. The same thing divided by the same thing is 1. So now we're going to figure out, okay, we've got inches on the top, and so we're going to need inches on the bottom. So we got 12 inches, and 12 inches is 1 foot. Inches over inches cancel out, and we're going to multiply straight across. So 54 times 1 is 54. I don't have inches anymore on the top, but I do have feet, so I'm going to write that over on the side. 1 times 12 is 12, and I don't have any units on the bottom because they're crossed out. So 54 divided by 12, I believe that's 4.5. So, yep, 4.5. 4.5, and that is feet. Okay, so we know that the height, this height right here, this 54 inches, is the same as 4.5 feet. So that's our height that we want to use, because now we have it in feet. And we have 4 feet. So these are the two things we're going to want to use, is the 4 and the 4.5. I just need to get some room here. So again, that was 54 inches, but we now know that's 4.5 feet. And we're going to use this number instead of the 54, because we want all the units to be in feet. So our volume is pi times the radius. So we know the radius, it said was 4 feet, so that's the number on the top. And then so it says r squared, so we got to have a square here. And then times h. So h is that height that we found in feet right here. So we want to times it by 4.5. And I could put feet in there, okay? So we're going to order of operations. We would times the 4 and we would square it. So we've got pi 16. Feet times feet would be feet squared now here, and then times 4.5 feet. And if I multiply those all out, you could use 3.14, or you can use the pi button if you have one on your calculator. I am using the pi button so that it's not rounded. And the volume is about, I should say, it's not exact because I'm rounding this number, but it's 226, and I'm going to just say 0.2. And I did, this is feet times 1 more foot, so that's feet cubed. So that would be the volume of that hot tub, all in feet. What is the area of a strip of wall that is 48 inches by 10 yards? This one doesn't specify what we want everything to be, but I'm going to say that we want everything in feet squared for area. A strip of wall, so a wall is typically rectangle, and that's what we're going to go with for this problem. It's going to be 10 yards by 48 inches. That is not very tall. Must be a playhouse. 48 inches. So we're going to change everything into feet. And so we can start with whichever one we want. We do have to know how many inches are in a foot, and we have to know yards and feet and how they relate. So we do know that 12 inches is equal to 1 foot. We did that from another problem. And also, we know that 1 yard, a yardstick has 3 rulers in it, or 3 feet. And these are ones that you should have memorized. They do get brought up a lot, and so you should know those. So 48 inches. I'm going to just start with inches, changing that to feet. So 48 inches, I'm going to put it over 1. And because I want inches to feet, I'm not going to use the yards. I don't need that. I want this one. And I want inches are on top, so therefore I'm going to want the 12 inches on the bottom. And I know that's equal to 1 foot. So because those two things are equal, I got equal over equal. That equals 1. And I know inches cancels with inches, and I'm going to time straight across. So 48 times 1 leaves me with 48 feet. And 1 times 12 would be 12. There's no units on the bottom. Remember, they canceled out. 48 divided by 12 means that we are left with 4 feet. So now you know why I said that this room is not very tall, because it's only 4 feet tall. And now we're going to change this 10 yards into feet. So again, we're going to put it over 1 times, and we're going to want yards on the bottom. So I got to see how it's related again. So this time we're going to switch it up. We want this one now. We don't want inches and feet. We want yards to feet. So we're going to use this conversion here. So I have 10 yards on top. I'm going to want the 1 yard to be on the bottom so that the yards cancel, and I'm going to have the 3 feet on top. So it is, because these two are equal, that means that it's really the same number as timesing the 10 yards by 1. So yards over yards cancels out, and I'm going to multiply straight across. 10 times 3 is 30, and that's just feet, because that's what I have left. 1 times 1 is 1, and I don't really have to put the 1 on the bottom, so I'm just going to leave it as 30 feet. So here's 30 feet. This wall is an interesting size, 30 feet by 4 feet. So we want the area, and we know area is base times height, or we could say length times width. So we've got 30 by 4, so we're going to say area is 30 feet times 4 feet, and 30 times 4 is 120, so the area is 120 feet squared. A farmer wants to put up a 45-yard long barbed wire fence around his farm. He put up 27 feet the first day and 3 times this length on the second day. How many more yards of fencing must he put up to complete the job? Notice here I need a total, right? 45 yards of fencing. I have, first day, put up 27. And the second day, notice I put up 3 times that amount. Okay, that's important. And how many more yards, notice it's in yards, of fence must be put up to complete the job? So this is already in yards, but I do see that the 27 is feet. So I'm going to have to convert the feet to yards. And we know that there's 3 feet equal to 1 yard. And so I'll put a 1 under here. We want the feet to go on the bottom because we already have feet on top, so 3 feet. And it's equal to 1 yard, so we'll put that on top. Feet divide feet, cancel out, and we're going to multiply straight across. So 27 times 1 is 27. I keep the yards because those did not cancel out, and 1 times 3 is 3. So 27 yards over 3, 27 over 3 divided out would give you 9. So we've got 9 yards. All right, so let's read it again. He put up, instead of 27 feet, I'm going to cross it out, okay? Because we know that that's the same as 9 yards. So he put up 9 yards the first day, and 3 times this length on the second day. Okay, so 9 yards times 3 would give me 27 yards on the second day. So this is the first day, and therefore times that by 3, this would be the second day of how much fencing got put up. How many more yards of fencing must he put up to complete the job? So he needs a total of 45 yards. So we'll subtract the first day, subtract the second day, and so if we're subtracting 9, so we got 36. 36 minus 27 would be 9. So he needs 9 yards left to go of fencing. James is building a triangular window and needs to know the area. Okay, so we have a triangle. He needs to know the area. I gotta remember, area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. Okay. He does not know, oh, he does know, sorry. He does know that the height needs to be 2.5 feet. So the height right here needs to be 2.5 feet. And the base needs to be 3 feet. Find the area of glass James will need in inches. So we're going to have to take that 2.5 feet and change it into inches and change the 3 feet into inches. Then plug it into our formula. So a couple steps here. So we got 2.5 feet. We're going to start by changing it into inches along with 3 feet into inches. So I know there's 12 inches equals 1 foot. So notice we have feet on the top, and we want to get to inches. We have feet on the top, we need feet on the bottom. So 1 foot on the bottom equal to the 12 feet on the top. Feet cancel out, feet over feet cancels. Multiply straight across. 2.5 times 12, well 2 times 12 is 24. Plus half more, so 24 plus 6, 30 inches. 1 times 1 on the bottom, we don't need that, so we've got 30 inches would be the height here, 30 inches. And then we're going to change the 3 feet into